Yo, what is up, everyone? It is me, Robco here. I am starting this severe weather stream early because YouTube does not work and it's not letting me do my intro music. So, yeah, I'm also along here with Liam. If you want to say hi.
Hello, guys.
Liam is here, and it's going to be a great little weather stream because we're going to be talking about these potential impacts that we're going to get by this winter storm. So we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. Right, buddy?
We're gonna get straight into this one here. So it's looking like there's already winter storm watches in effect for the entirety of our coverage area.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that. If I can get my my winter storm map back up here. You go ahead and get my winter storm. I just opened Roblox. Let me get my winter storm map open here. But as you can see, we have winter storm watches. I gotta open my full screen. Give me a second. We now have winter storm watches and warnings all across North Carolina and South Carolina. We have new winter storm warnings across the mountains of North Carolina, mountains of Southwest Virginia, and the mountains of Tennessee, because it's not looking so. The storm, the precipitation that we're going to get does not look so well. Liam, do you have anything you want to say?
Yeah, well, it's looking like for snow accumulation that we could potentially see snow depending on the areas. Right now, it's looking like across our coverage area, 5 to 8 inches of snow, possibly even more in locally higher amounts in some areas. It's looking like as well there's going to be a trace of ice as well, possibly a couple hundredths of an inch of ice accumulation. And there's going to be wind chills as low as -2 in some areas. So you're going to really want to bundle up for this. Also, power outages, even though they are not likely, they might occur. In the case that they do, make sure you have a backup power source, such as a generator or any other backup power source.
Do not use the generators inside, as they can possibly cause poisoning. So, yeah. But thank you for telling us about that. As you can see, there was snow. The map that I showed up while he was talking was a snow accumulation amount map. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys our future radar. So we're going to go ahead and show you that. Let me just go to the GFS here. Let me make sure this is the GFS. Yep, GFS 18Z. So we're going to go ahead and show you the run of this storm. And if it can fully load, we'll get you right into it. So it's taking its sweet time to load these models. So as you can see, by tonight, there's the remnants of the last winter storm here. I'm so sorry if it's like taking forever to load everything, but it's like my internet's horrible right now. But it's like yeah. But I think we're down. I think we're back. Give me a second. Give me a second. I think we are back. I think we are back. Are we back? Are we back? Says. Can you try to send me another voice message, Liam?
There we go.
Okay. All right. We are back. We are back. Liam, please be able to read the chat and tell me what's going on, because I can't really see the chat up there. So.
Also, our internet's being very bad right now. Oh, Chasen Crib says in the chat, do you think we're going to get a whole lot? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, for southeast North Carolina, we're looking between 5 and 9 inches of snow. The higher amounts, we're possibly getting like
it's going to be historic.
Yeah, it's going to be historic. We're looking at the models right now live on stream, so if you want to stick around, you can watch that. So by tomorrow, we have snow showers developing in western North Carolina. Let's move on into the day. There's some moisture off the coast that starts developing and starts intensifying, which also starts bringing more snow widespread across the Carolinas and some snow into the Sandhills for the Fayetteville and the southeast of I-95, but mainly it's going to be west of I-95. Let me get my drawing tools out so I can start marking stuff for you guys, because so you guys know what I'm talking about. So mainly the worst of it as of now is going to be west of Interstate 95 before we move on into the day. So let's move on into the day here. As you can see, we moved on a little bit. The storm is more widespread across the Carolinas. Light to moderate snow is falling across central North Carolina, southeast North Carolina, northern South Carolina. And as you can see, that part does not look that well because there's the snow accumulations and it might get extremely intense. So
it's probably going to be the worst around the south central North Carolina area for any of the WTBN listeners.
Yeah, thank you for telling me that, Liam. If you're in the Outer Banks, which I don't think anyone from the Outer Banks will be watching, there is also going to be a lot of snow. If you go and take a look at the accumulation map, there's at least
also for the Outer Banks, there is a high wind watch in effect, which will probably become a high wind warning very soon for Hatteras Island and Ocracoke Island.
They just
which
released
is most
this.
likely going to. They're going to have over 60 mile an hour wind gusts. Also, that's another concern for this storm is that there's going to be winds gusting 40 to 50 miles an hour in some locations, which could give us blizzard conditions.
Yeah, we may have blizzard conditions, like my OG self said, snow blizzard conditions. So yeah, I hope you guys get ready for that. So let's move on into the day. If you look at southeast North Carolina, we have heavy snow falling in eastern Carolinas. The central and western part of North Carolina, they're having light to moderate snowfall. If we move out in the day, the heavy snowfall gets more widespread, and most of southeast North Carolina, south central North Carolina, and eastern Carolinas are getting moderate to heavy snow, which makes the accumulation worse. And it also causes another risk for power outages because heavy snow and blowing snow can cause power outages, especially if there's snow on trees, and trees can get knocked over. And when ice forms, the icicles can probably weigh down the power lines, and just when the wind blows, it knocks down the power lines. So please be careful for that. Let's move on.
Also, a notice to anybody like me that has a screened-in patio with screens as your roof. Please do something about that. Get like a snow blower or something on your roof, because the weight of the snow will collapse the screens. I had this happen on our 2025 winter storm, and this is going to be a much worse winter storm than that one was. So I want you guys to know this is a historic winter storm. In fact, I want to compare this for a second to southeast North Carolina and even central North Carolina. Some of what the worst winter storm that the area had was 1989's winter storm, which gave us like a foot of snow, and at least in like our southern coverage area. It's going to be comparable to that.
That was when our last winter storm. That's when the last ever blizzard warning got issued by Wilmington. That's a fun fact. So yeah.
And it was not. It was before SAME. So if they do a blizzard warning, that will be the first ever blizzard warning that was ever same toned, if they decide to do it.
Yeah, there's more major. There's the driving outlook that I just put on the screen. What I just put on the screen is the driving outlook for the Carolinas. So you can take a look at that for a minute. I will explain. If you're in most of the Carolinas, actually, you're experiencing a lot of bad driving issues and stuff. Roads are possibly going to be closed. Please stay off the roads during this winter storm, please. And, yeah, it'll.
This is why we ask people to be prepared for winter weather, especially in the South, because, you know, down here we're not like the North where we have, you know, we're not ready for it.
Yeah,
as other places. Yeah. So it's best to stay inside. Do not go out anywhere if you do not absolutely have to. Just stay indoors and stay warm, because it's also going to be extremely cold. Probably some very, very unusually low temperatures.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and move out into the day. So, okay, as you can see, after all this ends, like on Sunday night into Monday, we have this very big cyclonic storm. You can tell that it's kind of cyclonic. It looks kind of like a hurricane because you can see the twists, the turns, and the way the storm is forming. This may, when it goes off the coast, it may turn into a superstorm or something like that. So if you're watering or something, if you're out in the ocean or something, please be prepared. I do not want you guys to get caught in the intense weather. So yeah, let's go ahead and watch it.
Also, another thing that we should probably note, is that once this snow does fall, just for the aftermath of the storm, it's going to remain in freezing temperatures for a while. It's going to remain freezing temperatures probably for the next couple days. There might be some points where it's sunny and like 35. That's going to be how it is. The forecasts right now are showing that it won't really fully warm up until maybe after Tuesday. So the snow might take a couple days to melt, which is why you still might want to not go out for a bit. However, after a while, roads may be salted, but do not guarantee this.
Yeah. Some people don't really salt. If you're especially in St. Paul's or outside of Lumberton, they do not salt the roads. Anyways, Liam, what's going on in the chat?
Jason is talking in there right now. In storms like this, we are getting ready to have. You don't know what could happen. The power could go out. Anything could happen. That's why it's good to be prepared. So in case the power does go out, yeah, hopefully have like a generator or something, because that could easily happen. I mean, I would not guarantee.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the snow outlook. So day one, I wouldn't say there's anything going on. I mean, there's like a small little slight risk across the U.S. Nothing much. Let's go ahead and go into day two. The Carolinas gets put under a actual slight risk for most of North Carolina and northern South Carolina for the snow. But mainly this is for tomorrow and when the snow just gets ready to start ramping up and getting ready to produce its crazy greatness.
It's going to be pretty much all day Saturday. It's going to be snowing.
Yeah. All day. This is Friday's outlook. Let's take a look at Saturday's. Saturday's looks a bit worse. We have a moderate risk across the we have a moderate risk across Southeast Virginia, Eastern North Carolina, and Northeast South Carolina. This is for the heaviest snow where the most impacts are expected, which is in the Fayetteville, Wilmington, Jacksonville, Greenville, Sanford, Raleigh, Durham, Asheboro, Greensboro, Charlotte, and Kill Devil Hills. If you are in the Enhanced, which includes Myrtle Beach, Sumter, Columbia, Augusta, Greenwood, Greenville, Asheville, Morgantown, Virginia Beach, Richmond, and Lynchburg, and North Myrtle Beach, and parts of southern North Carolina, you're going to see you're still going to see impacts, major impacts, but it's not going to be as bad and as widespread as the one in the moderate risk. Let's take a look at the slight risk. This is outside of our area. I wouldn't be surprised if they upgraded the mountains into the enhanced risk, but if you're in Asheville and like the mountains outside of that area, you guys are expected to get some snow, but I don't know if it's going to be that widespread. Go ahead and take a look south of that. The slight risk goes as far south as I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Savannah, Georgia.
It goes as far south as Savannah, Georgia. And,
Brunswick, Georgia.
Yeah,
Actually,
Brunswick,
the
Georgia.
marginal risk goes to Brunswick, Georgia. By the way, I would not rule out if there is a little bit of snowfall in northeastern Florida, which would be very rare as well.
Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at day 4. Day 4, it's mostly in northeast and St. John's area. A little bit of Massachusetts is under this enhanced risk, but I wouldn't say it's going to be as bad as North Carolina's part for this enhanced risk, but I'd still watch out if you're in the St. John's area and areas east of that. So yeah, other than that, yep. Anything else you gotta say, Liam?
Well, just be prepared for all of this. I mean, it's gonna be a historic event for the Carolinas. If you are anywhere in the Eastern Carolinas, Sand Hills or PD region or Cape Fear region or even the Triangle or even Charlotte, anywhere basically, it's going to be bad. It's not going to be just a typical small winter storm that we see every few years. This is going to be a generational event, something that has not happened since 1989. This is going to, the National Weather Services have been saying with full certainty that this is going to go in the history books of our winter storms. So please be prepared. This is going to be quite the sight to see, though, as this happens. So,
if you want to, you could send. Actually, no. If you want to, you could show us or tell us the briefing that Wilmington and Raleigh is talking about. Their briefing.
Here, let me find it real quick.
I'm gonna also look at my Twitter to see if anything else is happening. You see, Wilmington weather prediction center updated something. Okay.
All right, so the winter weather briefing from the National Weather Service in Wilmington as of 3 o'clock.
You can send me that link if you want.
Yeah, this is basically for the areas for southeastern North Carolina, northeastern South Carolina. Also, if you are a WTBN listener, this covers Bladen, Robeson, Darlington, Dillon, and Marlborough counties.
Yep. You can send me the link if you want to, so I can show them what it looked like, what some of the briefing is like. Oh yeah, I gotta go. Give me a second. I gotta open Discord because things are interesting. We don't really use Discord to communicate with this type of stuff. So yeah, give me a second. My Discord takes absolutely forever to load because I'm currently using high Wi-Fi power for all of this. All right, we have our briefing here. Let's go take a look at my full screen. Liam, if you want to, you can go ahead and talk.
So, currently, there is Winter Storm Watch in effect, obviously, and there is an Extreme Cold Watch in effect for these for wind chill values as low as 2 below. So you'll have to be very, very careful about this. Make sure you're bundled up if you need to go outside. There's also a gale watch in effect, but that's not very important. Key messages are that dangerous cold will create wind chills in the single digits and maybe even into the negative Saturday night and Sunday night. Confidence continues to increase of significant snowfall across much of the forecast area. The potential for heavy snow banding may produce localized swaths of heavier snowfall, especially north of the Cape Fear region. Dry and powdery snow will combine with strong and frequent wind gusts of 25 to 35 miles per hour, will result in particularly dangerous driving conditions. What are you laughing about?
The stream. Look at the stream. Look at your audio quality. You might want to make sure your audio is working right, because your audio quality was kind of weird.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead. You can do your work.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Oh, yeah, Jason's even calling it out. Yeah, my bad, bro.
Work on you're on key messages right now.
But as I was saying, yeah, so basically, yeah, as you can see on the screen, dangerous cold is going to create wind chills in the single digits Saturday night, Sunday night. This is exactly why we need to get bundled up and ready. I would not even be surprised if those wind chills get into the negatives. Confidence continues to increase of significant snowfall across much of the area, obviously. The potential for heavy snow banding may produce localized swaths of heavier snowfall, especially north of the Cape Fear region. This means that there are sometimes heavier snow bands, basically, in the snowstorm. So that's where you get those locally higher amounts. Dry and powdery snow combined with strong and frequent wind gusts of 25 to 35 miles per hour. Also, it says dry and powdery snow.
Yeah.
So they kind of messed that up.
By the way, when I tell you that your mic starts glitching out, you might want to stop recording and then just start back recording, and continue where you left off, because your mic it glitches after a certain amount of time.
I don't know why it's doing that, but
Okay, you're on winter weather headlines now.
I'm not sure why it's doing that, but okay, you're on winter weather headlines now. There are also scattered power outages, as we already talked about earlier. Make sure you're ready. Gale force winds. Okay, we don't need to talk about that. There are also below you will see the map for the winter storm watch and the extreme cold watch.
There you go, and then we have,
and that just covers Southeast North Carolina, Northeast South Carolina. The threat impact levels and timing. So this is basically a graph of how bad on a scale from 0 to 4. 4 being extreme impact, 3 is high impact, 2 is moderate impact, 1 is minor impact. So for snow, the highest impact, which is high impact, will be Saturday night, but it'll be mainly from Saturday afternoon to Sunday morning. That's going to be the time, but the snow will start Saturday morning, maybe late Friday night to early Saturday morning. Hazardous travel is going to be from Saturday morning until way after, later, probably into the middle of the week, next week. For wind chills, it's obviously going to be worse at the nighttime hours, but the worst of the worst will be Saturday night through Sunday night and Monday morning.
Your mic.
For winds, it'll be a moderate impact. There could be wind gusts and minor wind gusts. There could be isolated gusts up 40 to 50 miles an hour, as I saw earlier, which is why blizzard conditions might be possible. And so
let's go ahead and take a look at our situation overview.
So the situation overview is pretty much everything I just talked about, so we don't really need to look at that.
Yep. Do we need to
then we have a graph displaying the dangerous cold. So the wind chill forecast for late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. There at 6 a.m. on Sunday, it's looking like wind chill values will be from 0 to 4 degrees.
Oh yeah, that's why
wind chills could hit 0 degrees in Wilmington, 3 degrees in Myrtle Beach, 1 degree in Lumberton.
That's why you want to get prepared, guys. So
And then also then for Monday at 6 a.m. Monday morning, it's going to be worse. It'll be -1 in Lumberton for
Oh
wind
my
chills,
gosh.
-2 in Dillon, 1 in Florence, 0 in Burgaw, 2 in Hartsville,
Oh my goodness.
2 in Marion, 4 in Wilmington. So it's not looking good.
Yeah. Okay. Chasen sent me an audio message earlier, so whatever he said.
And even during the day, I would not recommend going outside because.
Yeah.
Do I still sound okay?
Yeah, you sound good now. You're good now. You just gotta like stop recording and keep recording at some points. Also, Chasen, if you want to like be able to tell us something,
It's a weird system.
Chasen, if you want to be able to communicate with me, you can send me an audio message on Discord and it'll play over the stream. So I'm gonna go ahead and play your last one.
So, are you and Liam like doing just a regular server, or are y'all just messaging each other? And by the way, I just want to say you're doing a good job on the stream.
Chasen, to answer your question, it's not Discord. It's a application called Zello that we use, and yeah. So
It's basically a push to talk thing.
Yeah. Anyways, you want to go ahead and take a.
But anyways, as I was gonna say. So during the day, it's not going to be any better. It's going to be during the day Sunday, which is why I said the snow is probably not going to be melting soon. Wind chill values will still be mostly in the teens, so it's going to be dangerously cold and throughout the week, even then after that.
Yeah. Okay. Our
winter if we go down, we look at the winter storm severity index,
which I was already there for some reason.
But there is potential for up to even major winter weather impacts. So we have moderate weather impacts. Between the extreme cold and the potential snow, there is nearly a guarantee for at least moderate winter weather impacts across the area this weekend. Hazardous driving conditions and closures and disruptions to infrastructure may occur. And then for the major impacts, between the extreme cold and the potential snow, there is a 60 to 80% chance for at least major winter weather impacts across most of the area. Chances linger near 40 to 50% in the far southern portions of the Grand Strand.
Oh, man.
So the major impacts are: expect considerable disruptions to daily life. Dangerous driving conditions are possible. Avoid travel if you can. And widespread closures and disruptions to infrastructure, many occur.
Yeah. Chase is sending us another audio.
So now we need to get down to the snowfall. The snowfall totals as of what Wilmington has showed in their last briefing.
Is it called Winter Storm Severity Index? Or is it expected
it's
snowfall?
The one below that.
This?
Expected snowfalls.
Okay, I got you.
So, it's looking concerning. Most of the snow is going to occur again late Saturday and early Sunday morning. Yeah, we are expecting, like I said, historic amounts, and it could potentially range. It's still uncertain how much we're going to exactly get. We're going to probably find that out together. But the mid-range, the realistic forecast is showing, and we'll look at this by area, 8 inches of snow in the Wilmington area, 8 inches of snow around Lumberton and such, 9 inches in Fayetteville. Also 9 inches looking around Jacksonville, areas north of there. The least of the snow, there's less snow the further south you go. So down in Myrtle Beach, the forecast is only about 4 inches of snow and so forth.
Yep. Okay.
So then we get into the low end and high end of the snowfall totals because, there's a lot of ifs and
this
a
right
lot
here
of
is
chances.
what we're supposed to be looking for right here. So, by the way, before we get into that, Jason has another message. Liam, I'm sorry if I'm cutting you off.
I just want to say you and Liam were really making a lot of good points.
You can play it.
And for those who maybe are just joining in the stream, even if you're in the areas that are going to be affected in southeastern North Carolina, that's like Liam and SPC Robertson County EAS mentioned,
Jason, you can say
you
my
want to
name,
make
bro.
sure that you are prepared in case, like, for instance, as I mentioned, in case the power goes out. You
Bro,
don't
name
know
dropped us.
what's going to happen. So just want to let everyone know, just make sure that you're prepared. Just wanted to add that in there.
I got you. Okay, Liam, you can go ahead. We are on range of snowfall possibilities.
Yeah, so basically, I know that that's the forecast, like I said, I mean, about 8 to 10 inches across North Carolina, but that is not a guarantee because there is a big conception in how it could be a lot less or a lot more than that. Because basically the way that snowstorms work, you know, some areas get a lot less of snow, some areas get a lot more. There's a lot of factors going into it. So the lowest minimum amount that is expected for snowfall, like the minimum, like this is like the bare minimum that they are expecting, would be 4 inches in Lumberton, 2 inches in Wilmington, 4 inches in Jacksonville, 5 in Fayetteville. So still quite a bit even then. But then we get into the high end amounts. So at
I'll
the
zoom in
highest
for that.
end of the forecasting, 17 inches of snow in Wilmington, 19 inches of snow in Kenansville, 19 in Clinton, 17 in Fayetteville, 16 in Lumberton,
Gosh.
16 in Dillon.
Oh my gosh.
So basically, if this scenario happens, we're cooked. And
Whoa.
also, that would be a record for the all of Southeast North Carolina. This would be a record. No amount of that would be the record snowfall in all of recorded history.
Yeah. So please be prepared.
If the snowfall, at least along the coast, because in the 1989 storm was more so centered by the coast. If the snow along the coast gets over 15 inches, it's going to break the record from the 1989 winter storm. That's why we're saying that it is comparable to that, which is a crazy thing to say, but it is true.
Okay, let's go ahead and go into the next little probability of snow amounts, if you want to do that. I think he died.
Yeah, my mic died there for a second. Also, as we're speaking, Charleston continues the winter storm watch. Okay, we're about to get products. Looks like everyone is currently continuing their watches as of right now. The 7 o'clock update is out right now, so stand by for this.
Here, I'll just
Charleston continues winter storm watch. The other offices are probably going to follow.
Yep. Greenville Spartanburg may extend their winter storm warning to include portions of northwest South Carolina and parts of the mountains and parts of the Piedmont in North Carolina. So please stand by. So yeah, you can continue, William.
But anyways, so another graph that we're going to look at for snowfall totals, as you know, I said there's a wide range of possibilities. So pretty much, I'll break it down in another term, which is the percent chance of a certain amount of snowfall. So the percent chance of us getting at least 4 inches of snow are almost certain, 90% for Central North Carolina and South Central, about 80% near the coast. But if we go down to
your mic. His mic broke. Please stand by.
Is my mic still broken?
No, it's working. Please stand by because this is the first time
we're
ever using the software. Yeah, all right, you're good though.
Anyways, so the percent chance of us getting at least 8 inches of snow or more is about 50% near the coast and about 65% further inland. So there is a grid right there. If you look at it this way, there's a very high chance of us getting at least 8 inches of snow. Yeah. Now, if you want to go further than that, we can look at the percent of chance of at least 12 inches of snow, which is about a third of it. There is a 30 to 35% chance for Fayetteville area and the Sandhills, and about a 20% chance for the coast. So there's actually a probable chance of it getting over a foot.
Well, there you go. There's your
And it is only 20%, but it's not out of the cards.
yeah. Okay. I know this. Let's skip marine because I don't really think there will be anything for marine. Okay, we're gonna go ahead to maximum wind gusts.
So basically, there are strong and frequent gusts of 25 to 35 miles an hour expected, with gusts of 40 to 45 miles an hour possible late Saturday through Saturday night. This means that there's going to be basically blizzard conditions, as I said, because a blizzard is obviously when it is a very windy winter storm. That's what's going to be happening, basically. If we're looking at it here, the winds are going to be stronger the further east you go. So for areas further inland, but more so to the west, so areas like northeast South Carolina, like the PD region, and the Sand Hills, going to be getting about 35 to 40.
Yep.
Your wind gusts, and then going further east, you'll see about 40 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts along the Wilmington, the Cape Fear region, as well as like Duplin County and such. But way out to the far eastern areas like Morehead City and the Outer Banks is going to be seeing over 60 miles per hour, which is why there's a high wind watch in effect for Ocracoke Island and Hatteras Island and the rest of the Outer Banks over there.
Yeah, so if you're in that area,
So
please
expect there to be a high wind warning very soon.
Yeah. All right. Liam, we're on the next page here. Hope you're able to see my stream.
So the key takeaways.
Everything's a key takeaway.
Anyways, confidence is obviously high. Significant snow is possible, like we said earlier. Heavy snow banding. Extremely cold temperatures to bring wind chills well into the single digits and potentially into the negatives Saturday night and Sunday night. Due to expected prolonged cold, hazardous travel conditions could extend through the early to middle part of the next week. Strong gusty winds will result in blowing snow, possibly periods of whiteout conditions. Whiteout conditions.
Visibility is near zero. So
that's pretty much the end of the briefing, and the next briefing will be Friday at 8:30 a.m. Tomorrow at 8:30 a.m.
There you go. So yeah, that's our forecast for today. Please check back tomorrow around 5 p.m. and we will have your second forecast. So Leah,
we may come back around and update every so often, but for the most part, we're probably not going to be online, obviously in the middle of the night. But probably around tomorrow evening, we'll be here. So
yep. Okay. So yeah, thank you for letting us have your time. And I hope this information really helps because we're trying to get this out to as many people as we possibly can. So yeah. Any last things you got to say, Liam, before I end the stream?
Well, thank you for watching, and we hope you are prepared for the winter weather. So we will see you guys when we come back later.
All right. Have a great